Thank you, viewers. Thank you for stopping by. I remain Tutor Cletus Okoli. In our today's mathematics class, we shall be solving Olympiad mathematics question as given on the board. That if 4 to the power of x plus 16 to the power of x is equal to 272, then what should be the value of x? Thank you. Please, I encourage you to watch this video to the end. It is going to be straight to the point and the attention to details will be there. Meanwhile, if it is your first time of stopping by, kindly subscribe to my channel for exciting videos. Beautiful, we dive in. Okay. Looking at this question, solution, given to solve 4 to the power x plus 16 to the power x equal to 272. That is what we are given to solve. Then, the first thing I want to do, I want to move 272 from the right to the left hand side, and that will give me 4 to the power x plus 16 to the power x, then minus 272 is equal to 0. Alright, next I want to write or express my 16 in index form, and actually it should be in base form. Okay, so 16 is the same thing as 4 to the power 2. Therefore, I am going to replace 16 with the 4 to the power 2, and that means I shall now have 4 to the power x plus 4 to the power 2 or c to the power x, then minus 272 is equal to 0. And from the law of indices, if we are given n to the power x into the bracket, then power y, it is equal to n to the power xy. What that implies is that it is a multiplication of the exponents. And I can also write it as n to the power of y or to the power of x. What does it mean? The power inside the bracket can be switched with the power outside the bracket or can be interchanged, thereby having y coming into the bracket and the x going outside the bracket as written here. That they are equal. That implies that I'm going to do the same thing here. I will move my x into the bracket and move my 2 outside the bracket, since they are equal by this product law of indices. And therefore, I shall now have 4 to the power of x plus 4 to the power of x again, or to the power of 2, is which an interchange of the exponents, then minus 272, then equal to 0. Now, at this point, let n be equal to 4 to the power x. What it means is that anywhere I see n, I replace it, anywhere I see 4 to the power x, I will replace it with the n. And it implies therefore that I have 4 to the power x here. I will now write it as my n. Then plus, I have again 4 to the power x, which will be written as my n. At this time around to the power 2. Then minus 272 equal to 0. If you don't mind, I will switch it, moving this because, addition is commutative. 2 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus 2. So I can move this n to the power 2 to become n to the power 2. Then before I have my n, then minus 272 equal to 0. All are equal. Very good. Now, looking at the structure of the question, you see that this is a complete quadratic equation. So we are going to use the method of quadratic equation to solve it. There we have so many methods, but we can actually make use of a factorization method. Alright, and that implies looking for two numbers, two values we can multiply to get minus 272. And when we add the same two values, we will get plus 1. Okay, two numbers I can multiply and get minus 272. And when I add the same two numbers, I get plus 1. And that two numbers can be 16, 17, because I want here to be negative, then I will make my 16 negative. Therefore, minus 16 times 17 will give me 272. And minus 16 plus 17 will just give me plus 1. Okay? Therefore, I will use these two values to replace the middle. That is my n. Implying that I will now have 16n plus 17n, or 17n plus 16n. Therefore, n squared plus 17n minus 16n minus 272 is equal to 0. What this means is that exactly what I have here is what I have written in another form by factorization approach. That is, 17n minus 16n will still give me n. But the target is to factorize it. Therefore, I can now put it into factors, okay, into brackets. Common in the first bracket is n. Then I have left n plus 17. Beautiful. And again, common in this bracket is negative 16. Then I have inside the bracket n plus 17. Everything equal to 0. What does that mean? Minus 16 times n will give me minus 16n. And the minus times plus will give me minus. And 16 times 17 is exactly 272. Therefore, at this point, the two brackets are equal. So I will take one of it and then form another bracket with the external values. N is here and negative 16 is here. So I use it to form a bracket and take one of these brackets, n plus 17 equal to 0. That is where we are now. Alright, what this thing means is that the first bracket, which is n minus 16, is equal to 0, and also the second bracket, which is n plus 17, is equal to 0. So both of them are equal to 0. And from the first bracket, I will get that if n minus 16 is equal to 0, therefore n is equal to positive 16. And from the second bracket, I have if n plus 17 is equal to 0, it implies that n is equal to negative 17. Beautiful. Now, moving forward, because we are interested in getting the value of x, that is what is given to us in the question. Now, I have gotten the values of n, 16 and negative 17. But I said here, let n be equal to 4 to the power x. Meaning, wherever I see my n, I can replace it as 4 to the power x. Therefore, since here n is equal to 4 to the power x, but my n here is equal to 16, so I will write 16 is equal to 4 to the power x. Then I can write 16 in index form and preferably in base form, since my right hand side is in base form. So 16 is the same thing as 4 to the power 2, which is equal to 4 to the power x. And by law of indices, if I have a to the power x equal to a to the power y, automatically x will be equal to y, since the bases are equal. Therefore, base 4 by the left hand side, base 4 by the right hand side, making the powers automatically to be equal. We can now conclude that x is equal to 2. Answer. Also, from the second value of n, if we replace n to be 17 negative equal to 4 to the power x. You can agree with me here that we cannot do anything here. That is, we have here minus 17 equal to 4x. In other words, this cannot give us an answer. Okay? This cannot give us an answer. Therefore, the right answer that we now have in conclusion is that the value of x is equal to 2. Checking our result. Check result. We want to replace the value of x into the original question to see if it will give us what exactly we are given in the equation to be, which is 272. Therefore, 4 to the power of x plus 16 to the power of x is equal to 272. When x is 2, I have 4 to the power of 2 plus 16 to the power of 2. Is it equal to 272? That is the question. 4 to the power of 2 is actually equal to 16. That is 4 times 4. Plus 16 to the power of 2 is 16 times 16, which is 256. So the question is, should that be equal to 272? We try. 2, 5, 6 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Move 1 to this place, that is 6, 7, then 2. Yes, 272 is equal to 272, making our answer to be correct. So we conclude that the value of x here is equal to 2. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Remember to subscribe to my channel for exciting videos, and I also encourage you watch this and go back again to watch again and again so that you can understand and then get attention to details. Meanwhile, give likes, like my video and share my video to your co-learners. God bless you.